Hi, dancers. It's Teacher Joe and Teacher Becky reunited on the computer. We miss you all and hope you're safe and doing well. And until we're back in class, we just wanted to send along a little lesson for you all so that we can keep you moving and keep making our dances. So, in honor of Women's History Month, which is this month of March, we are going to make a dance using this book, which is one of my favorites. It's called A is for Audra, Broadway's Leading Ladies from A to Z. Broadway is a place in New York where a lot of famous actors and dancers perform, so we are going to celebrate these incredible women and make a dance. So follow along with Teacher Becky as I read, okay? Here we go. A is for Audra, who awes and amazes. With each line and note, all the critics sing praises. And that is Audra McDonald.
Let's take singing motion for Audra McDonald. Singing!
B is for Barbara, and Barbara too. Both versatile vocalists, equaled by few. And that's Barbara Streisand and Barbara Cook.
Let's do two B's back to back. Barbara, Barbara.
C's for Christine's crystal clear intonations, for which she's won Tonys and standing ovations. And that's Christine Ebersol.
Let's make a crystal clear movement for Christine Ebersol. Crystal clear.
D is for Dolly, that devious dame, played by Carol, Pearl, and Bet, and too many to name. So Dolly is the main character in the show Hello, Dolly, and she's been played by Carol Channing, Pearl Bailey, and Bette Midler.
I really like Dolly's big feather headdress, so we're going to put our big feathers on and be Dolly.
And E's for Elaine, whose delivery delights, and who often performed wearing little but tights, and that's Elaine Stritch.
Let's put on our tights to be Elaine. One leg and the other.
All right, dancers, let's go back and put that together so far. So we have A for Audra, B for Barbara, C for Christine, and D for Dolly, and E for Elaine. And going on, we have F is for Fosse, whose dazzling dancing made these triple threats feisty, fierce, and entrancing. And so Bob Fosse is who this was about, and he was a choreographer, and he worked with a lot of these women. So this is Gwen Verdon, Anne Ranking, Bebe Neuwirth, and Cheetah Rivera.
Fosse often danced with hats. Fosse was a choreographer, so let's all put on our Fosse hat, and we're going to lift it up and bring it back down.
All right, and G is for Gertrude, whose greatest success was a king teaching tutor who dressed to impress. And this is Gertrude Lawrence.
Ooh, let's all put on our big ball gowns like Gertrude Lewis and take a big bow.
Gertrude Lawrence. H is the heavenly Miss Heather Headley, whose turn as Aida was daring and deadly.
Ooh, let's make a big H for Heather.
I's for Adina, whose vocals you'll know from Wicked or Rent or from Letting It Go.
Ooh, Letting It Go is from Frozen, so let's make some nice big Frozen whooshes. Whoosh!
Yes, and Adina Menzel was the voice of Elsa in Frozen, so little fun fact for you all. J is for Julie's sweet, silvery soprano, as bright as a bell and as pure as a piano, and that's Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews played Mary Poppins, so let's all get out our Mary Poppins umbrella and bag and click our heels as we fly away.
Yes. All right, let's go back to the top, dancers. Here we go. Ready? A is for Audra. B is for Barbara. C is for Christine. D is for Dolly. E is for Elaine. F is for Fosse. G is for Gertrude. H is for Heather. And I is for Adina. Oh, and J is for Julie. All right, going on. K is for Kristen, whose range stupefies in spite of her small, less than 5-foot size. And that's Kristen Chenoweth.
Let's make the same motion that Kristen Chenoweth is doing in the book.
Yes. L is for Leia, the voice of Mulan, who broke Broadway hearts as the first Miss Saigon, and that's Leia Salonga.
Ooh, let's do some nice Mulan sword slashes.
Nice. M's Mary Martin, whose vibrance and verve gave Peter his pluck and Maria her nerve.
Ooh, let's all jump into the air like we can fly like Peter Pan. Ready, go.
Nice. N's for Nell Carter, who had Broadway Raven when she crooned Fats Waller and Ain't Misbehavin'. That's Nell Carter.
Ooh, let's make some nice big crooning swipes with our arms. Ooh.
Nice. And O is the outstanding Miss Kelly O'Hara as Nellie, Francesca, Mrs. Anna, or Clara.
Oh, she's making kind of a nice O with her back body. We're going to do that too. Big O.
Nice. P is for Patty, whose belt, big and brassy, made Ava so mighty and Reno so sassy. And that's Patty Lapone.
Ooh, I really like the descripting word brassy, so let's do some brassy dancing, whatever that means to you at home. This means brassy to me.
Yes. Q is for Broadway's unquestionable queen, a glamorous goddess on stage and screen. She's brilliant and bold and has talents and meters. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernadette Peters. So Q for Queen of Broadway.
Ooh, Q for Queen. Let's all put on our queen crowns for Bernadette Peters.
Yes.
Can we do it from the top?
We can. We're going to go back from the top. Here we go. A for Audra. B for Barbara. C for Christine. D for Dolly. E for Elaine. F for Fosse. G for Gertrude. H for Heather. I for Edina. J for Julie. K for Kristen. L for Leia. M for Mary. N for Nell was yeah, big. And then O for Kelly O'Hara. P for Patty.
Brassy movement.
Yeah. Q is for Queen, Miss Bernadette Peters. Good, let's keep going. We're almost there.
Yeah.
R is for Rose, Broadway's maddest of mothers and show-stopping turns by Miss Merman and others. So Rose is a character in the show Gypsy, and it's been played by Ethel Merman, Angela Lansbury, Tyne Daly, Bernadette Peters, and Patty Lapone.
Ooh, let's all pick our rose and smell it.
There we go. S is for Sutton, whose singing and tapping keeps spectators chanting and cheering and clapping, and that's Sutton Foster.
Ooh, let's do a little bit of tap movement for Sutton Foster.
Nice. It's also for Sondheim, who wrote these plum parts for women with substance, with strength, and with smarts. We got our S movement, though. I think we can. S also for Sondheim, who wrote a lot of music for Broadway shows. T is for Tanya, whose Titanic range includes Jelly's Last Jam and Caroline or Change, and that's Tanya Pinkins.
Ooh, let's make a big, nice T for Tanya.
U's for Miss Uggams, whose charm is contagious each time she busts out on the great white waste stage, and that's Leslie Uggams.
Leslie Uggams. She's holding an umbrella, so let's hold an umbrella too.
Nice.
Like Leslie Uggams.
All right. V's for Victoria, whose voice operatic makes any score soar, whether light or dramatic, and that's Victoria Clark.
Ooh, let's do one more big opera with opera gesture with our arms, like we're singing a beautiful opera for thousands of people.
Yes. All right, let's go back to the top through there, and then we'll finish this dance out, all right?
Right.
Here we go. A for Audra. B for Barbara. C for Christine. D for Dolly. E for Elaine. F for Fosse. G for Gertrude. H for Heather. I for Edina. J for Julie. K for Kristen. Let's try K for Kristen one more time, just because we had a little bit of a lag. K for Kristen.
K for Kristen.
L for Leia. M for Mary. N for Nell Carter. Have our arm. O for Miss Kelly O'Hara. P for Patty.
Brassy movement.
Q for Broadway's Queen, Bernadette Peters. R for Rose. Pick your rose and smell it. S for Sutton.
S for Sutton.
We had our tap dance. Yeah. Nice. T for Tanya. U for Leslie Uggams. V for Victoria. And our big opera. Yes. Alright, almost done, y'all. W's the wondrous Miss Lilias White, whose riffs, runs, and scats sound so wonderfully right. There we go. Nice. Alright. These divas are dynamos, and you should know them, but didn't fit anywhere else in this poem. So here are some extra, exceptional names of exalted, exciting, and excellent dames. And there's just so many women you can know in this book, which I highly recommend getting. So let's give a big X movement. Yes. And you know who's last if you don't take a guess. What about a Y? Can we give a Y shape? There we go. Finally, Z is for Liza, with a Z, not an S. And that's Liza Minnelli.
Ooh, let's make a little Z with our upper body.
Yes. All right, and that's the end of our book, everyone. So let's go back from the top. Here we go. One last time. A for Audra. B for Barbara. C for Christine. D for Dolly. E for Elaine. F for Fosse. G for Gertrude. H for Heather. I for Edina. J for Julie. K for Kristen. L for Leia. M for Mary. N for Nell. O for Miss Kelly O'Hara. P for Patty and her brassy movement. Q is for Broadway Queen, Bernadette Peters. R is for Rose. S is for Sutton. Yes. T for Tanya. U for Leslie Uggams. V for Victoria. W for Lilias White. We have all of our extra extraordinary women who you can read about when you purchase this book. And you know why. Who's last? Liza with the Z. A for Audra. B for Barbara. C for Christine. D for Dolly. E for Elaine. F for Fosse. G for Gertrude. H for Heather. I for Edina. J for Julie. K for Kristen. L for Leia. M for Mary. N for Nell. O for Miss Kelly O'Hara. P for Patty and her brassy movement. Q is for Broadway Queen, Bernadette Peters. R is for Rose. S is for Sutton. Yes. T for Tanya. U for Leslie Uggams. V for Victoria. W for Lilius White. We have all of our extraordinary women who you can read about when you purchase this book. And you know why. Who's last? Liza with the Z. All right, dancers, so there's your dance of Broadway's leading ladies. Purchase this book, A for Audra, and we look forward to seeing your dances. So hopefully you make up dances to this book with all the women that we just named, and we'll see them next time we see you in class, all right? Stay safe, everyone. We miss you.
Bye.
Love Teacher Joe, Teacher Becky. All right, bye, everyone.